Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Silence Cliff back again with another story time. Now, today is going to be like a scary story, not like the usual high school stories in the school story. I'll comment and drop a like if y'all enjoy. Comment and tell me if y'all want more story times. I hope y'all boys enjoy. Okay, this story is a Japanese urban legend called Hachisaku. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it good. Hachisaku-sama. Saku-sama. Hachisaku-sama. Yeah, it's Hachisaku-sama. So, when I was younger, we had like a garden, right? It was a tall garden because my family used to do farming. And Hachisaku-sama, we had went to Japanese for a little bit, like not Japan. I legit just said Japanese. We had went to Japan for a little bit, and when I was in the gardens. So whilst I was in the backyard playing by myself, I heard a strange sound. It sounded like so. I was weirded out, but like I was 6 at the time, so I was like, okay, it's probably just like a pigeon. Some of those pigeons make weird noises, and I keep hearing it over and over. And then I went closer to the bushes to look, and I saw a bucket hat. But the bucket hat has those flat curves, but I saw like the bucket hat with the flat curve over the bush. Keep in mind, my bushes are 8 feet tall, and the legend what I'm talking about, Hashisaku-sama, it means 8 feet tall, 8 feet tall in Japanese. So I look at this woman, and she was very tall. It's like a female Slenderman. She was 8 feet. She was very tall. I don't want to say specifically 8 feet, but she was very tall. And she made the same noises, and she went off. So I was weirded out. So I went inside. But let me tell you how creepy it was. Like the straw hat, bucket hat, was moving on top of the hedges. The hedges were very tall, and the straw hat was moving on top of the hedges. And I saw her face just peer through, and her red eyes, and how she had a long neck. So after I went inside, I told my grandma and my grandpa, and I said, Grandma, Grandpa, I just saw this woman. She was making weird noises, and I told them about the noise, and I tried to mimic it the best I could. And as soon as I said it, Grandma and Grandpa mouth opened wide and their jaw dropped. So I said jaw dropped. I was like, what's going on? And Grandpa grabbed me and say, okay, specifically tell me how tall was she? I say she was about 8 feet tall because she was over the hedges and the hedges were 8 feet tall. So I was like, she was about 8 feet tall. So after I told him that, he went and made a phone call, and I was just home with with Grandma. Grandma was waiting, and I said, Grandma, what's going on? She said, it's a urban legend that children would go missing when they see that woman. A woman who makes those specific noises, and who's specifically 8 feet tall. So I opened my mouth and I was like, wow, actually. So I thought she said, yeah, as soon as you see her, you are bound to die in a couple days. So I was like, okay, I just saw her. Grandma said that when she was younger, children who saw her died in a couple days. So they know that once you see an 8 feet tall woman who makes those distinctive noises, that means you will die in a couple days. So I was very scared. And then Grandma said that monks captured her, and they put her in a confined space, and they locked her up in a steel cage, so she don't get loose, cause she always get loose and hurts children. So after she got loose, they don't know how she broke free, but after she broke free, she came back and says a woman who comes by them and makes a noise, be like bubble 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 bubble, red eyes and red lipstick and tall. So after that, Grandpa came home with somebody. So Dad came home with an old woman who called herself Rangiku, and she they patched up the windows with some paper with old Chinese runes on them. So I guess that would protect me. So after they patched up the windows, this Rangiku says, "Do not come out the room." She even gave me a bucket so I could use the bathroom, and so she said, "Don't come out the room. Don't open the door for nobody. You have to stay in here if you want to keep your life." And she had put 4 bowls of salt around the room, and she had put a statue of dove, a dove, and dove means peace. And she had put a statue of a dove in the middle of the room. So she said, "Don't open the door for anybody." And all of a sudden, I heard my grandma's voice, and she said, "Baby, are you okay in there? Um, you need to tell me if you're okay. If you're feeling scared, I can come in there and keep you company." So I said, "Yes, Grandma." So I was going to open the door until I saw all the bowls of salt has went black. So all the bowls was black. So after I saw all the bowls was black, I heard that distinctive noise again. So after I heard that noise, I knelt in front of the dove and began to pray. So after it was another day, I have got instructions that I had to stay in the room until another day. After it was the other day, I came out the room and I had to go out of Japan. They say some people can get free from the grasp of Hachisaku-sama if they never step foot in Japan again and stay out of Japan. So my grandpa and grandma said even when they're sick, don't come back, because when I was older they got sick and I wanted to come and visit them. You say even when they get sick, don't come back. Even when it's their funeral, don't come back. Don't go back to Japan or else my life will get taken.